In this video, we're going to be filling a quartz watch with oil. Not oiling a watch, filling it with oil. That's why we have a trash bag down and not our normal clean work surface. Now, why would you want to fill a watch with oil? Let me show you the cool thing that it does to light. This is before, and you notice you have reflections and you lose it at angles. This is after. Reflections change, but you get a very deep angle, a very deep view of it. Now, what's even wilder is what happens underwater. This is underwater without, and this is underwater with oil in it. Big difference, very neat. Now, the other reason they would fill watches with oil is to actually make them more waterproof. Oil is not compressible, so if you fill your watch with oil, there is no air in there that can compress, which means it won't let water in, and it also won't crush the watch. Now, this is a very cheap AliExpress watch. I got this for $3 or $4 because I don't know if I'm going to wreck this thing. We're going to find out. What you do need is a quartz watch. A mechanical or an automatic watch will not work. You need a quartz watch, and I went with something cheap, but you also need something that is waterproof because those seals are going to keep the oil in. So let's get started. We're going to start by just removing the strap here to get it out of the way. I suppose you could do this with the strap in place, but it's just one more thing to get in the way. And now we've got to get this case back off. And once we get the case back off, we're going to be putting the entire thing inside this container. This is so we can actually fill this thing with oil and completely submerge it so we don't get any air bubbles. Now, observant viewers may notice that there is already a bubble in here, and that's because I already did this once and my memory card went corrupt. So we're doing it a second time just for you. So we're going to pop this thing open. Oil is going to come out this time around because it's already been hydromodded. So we're going to do it a second time. Hooray for me. So now that we've got this thing open, I do want to remove the stem. Now, you don't necessarily have to remove the stem, but it is going to make things easier for me. We're going to remove the stem, and then we're going to put this entire thing in our container. With the stem removed, we can now remove the dial and get that thing out. Now, normally I would be wearing finger cots because I wouldn't want to be getting the oils from my hands all over this, but we're getting oil everywhere anyway, so I don't know how much that really matters. Now, the oil you want to use is a silicone oil because it is not conductive because it's a quartz watch, and a 50 for viscosity. They do make this stuff also in 100. You don't want to use the 100 stuff. It's a little bit too thick for these movements. So I'm going to take the cap all the way off because we're just going to dump oil in here. Now we're going to take our tweezers and kind of knock that around a little bit because we want to make sure we get all of the bubbles out. Also got some paper towels on the side to keep the oil from getting everywhere. So now with that, we're going to take our dial and put our dial back in place. And we want to make sure that everything stays nice and lined up. And I'm going to put our dial in at an angle so we don't get any air bubbles, let all the air escape. Next to go in is our movement holder. Movement holder is in place, and you can see here that everything is in line here for the stem. Now we're going to get our case back in there, and this is the tricky part because you want to get the case back in there and knock all of the bubbles out of the case back. I think we got them all out. This is a press-on case back, and this thing was a pain before. So we're going to see if we can get this thing pressed in place under the liquid. And I think we may have just done that. So with it pressed in place, now we're going to rotate it upward. We rotated it upward because that way, if there are any air bubbles, they're going to escape. And now we're going to insert our stem, which will displace any of the other air that's in there, and press it down. It's best to do this completely submerged, but now we've got a hydro-modded watch. So now that it's cleaned up, how did it come out? Well, I think it came out really good. You can see the really wild angles you can view this thing at. It almost makes it look like a screen, which is a really kind of neat effect on these. But to really appreciate what it looks like, let's look at it comparison to what it was before. So here's before, and here's after. Now, the other really neat thing is check it out underwater. Underwater, here's before, and here's after. You don't get that strange reflection anymore. Now, the first time I did this mod, there was actually a little bit of a bubble in there, and usually you don't want the bubble, but the bubble is kind of cool. I don't have the bubble now, but the really spendy watches that are oil-filled, some of them have the bubble in there, so you can admire the fact that you have a oil-filled watch. So I guess the choice is yours, whether you want oil in there or not. Now, if this is something that you want to do, give me a great big thumbs up on this video, but if you have questions about it, please ask them down in the comment section below. Now, if you think this is ridiculous and you would never do this, I do have another project coming up that is also ridiculous, but you might be into. I just picked up this. This is a bronze case, and I'm going to be doing a kind of a wild thing with this. I'm going to be putting sand in the watch with an automatic movement. So a sand in the watch, automatic movement, and all should work together if I do everything right. So if you want to see that, hit that subscribe button. That's going to be coming up on the channel soon. But if you like watches in general, stick around the channel. We do all sorts of kind of cool, fun, wild stuff on here. Watches are fun. Thanks for watching.